All right, we should be live. We are live. Beautiful. Let me pop this out so I can see the chat a little easier. All right. Something like that. Sure, why not? Okay, cool. So today we're going to be checking out this plugin called Spaced Out. It's the latest and greatest from Baby Audio. And then we're going to make something with it. That's the idea. So I have been doing a lot of running, and I am really into just the running scene right now. So let's make something that just bumps along at a steady tempo. Maybe 128, right? That's the stereotypical run tempo. Oh, yep. And we got the spaced out here right on the start. Let's just find ourselves a good kick. Deep house. Do we want a house kick? Yeah, we want some sort of that. We're going to do each 4. Cool. We got ourselves our starting kick drum. Things I'm interested to know about on Spaced Out. Let's try feeding it something. Do we want to feed it a harmor? There's a lot of neat presets that Faceplant has been adding. We can mess with some of those. Why not? Let's go into the browse presets, and they've got their, oh man, I cannot say this. Whatever this is, Borealis, Sonoe, Sonoe. I don't know specifically how to say that. But it's a Christmas thing. Sure, why not? We'll mess with something like that. And let's just hear what this sounds like now. Of course, we're going to focus on checking out this Spaced Out. Send that to a mixer track. Grab the Spaced Out. And the first time I played around with this, there were no presets. Now there are presets. How fancy is that? Let's check these out. So the first time I messed with this, they've got this random generation ability here, and this was like what I used a bunch because it's sick. You can just randomly change stuff. I did like where the preset was already at though. It's like there's already side chaining on it almost. This should be over here. Question I have about Spaced Out. Can you automate this? I expect you to be able to. Yes, you can. Wait, this is wet dry though. What? Hold the phone. Spaced Out. Let's view this a little more clearly. Wet dry mix. What does this turn? Up, down. Is there a left, right? They don't give you the ability to change left to right, but they give you up down. All right. Let's see. Do I want the B? Do that. Hey. Wiggles. We go to E. That's why. Okay. This last chord should be a different thing. I like with this setup. Here, the E would be really interesting. That's a chord. All right, we are going to bring in a reactor next. We're going to do a bass line. And I feel like we probably could speed it up to like somewhere randomly higher. 138, why not? This we could make shorter. Woot woot. That might be a little too short. Or too low, I mean. taken down any more than it is. Maybe lower is what I want. Let's try some of the other filters. Let's start off with something really sharp like that, and then we'll mess with it as we go. So we'll keep it really low at the beginning. And then as this thing progresses, we'll open it. And we have not sent this yet to a mixer slot. Okay, we're going to commit a sin and throw a reverb-like plugin on top of this. So we're going to go with a spaced out. I haven't messed with any of the new features yet, too. There's all these new features. Got to try some of them out. Let's just go to some random one. I saw one with the word kick in it. Am I blind? Oh, well. Guess we're not going to use that one. Here we go. Alright, we're going to mess with the mix on this, like the other one. We'll have it come out as time goes on. We're going to... save time. Let's name it that. Save time. All right. For this, we're going to grab another synth and pop this down. It's also going to come in. I'd like to turn this into some chords as it goes too. That could be kind of cool. This is going to be loud. Let me turn the pluck down. You know what would be interesting? Maybe we don't do this with an envelope. Maybe we have some sort of an index mapping could be kind of cool. Yeah, no, let's not do the index mapping. Let's just automate this normal like, which is control. Oh, you right click hit A. I'm so used to hitting Shift A now because that's how I do third-party plugins. There's just some movement of some kind. Thinking, let's try out uniform. Actually, maybe the other way is the way we want to go. Because it's going to layer in with other stuff. Okay, here I want to start introducing, okay, we'll go for the third one, some chords. These. Get some basics down. First one can be long. Maybe entire chord voices would be a mistake. Something like this. Hello, hello. Let's I want to use the spaced out on this as well. This is really just a filler sound, so I don't want to get too crazy with it yet. Yeah, that'll carry. Let's see. An E flat. Dare we move away? Dare we move away is what I meant to say. No, that's not the way I wanted to go. We could go down to the G. I don't want to jump. That's a little too soon. We could move this over. We're going to take this over here. We're going to echo the previous chord. Oh, we're going to do this. Then we're going to move over in an interesting way. Oh, I think they might be here. I'm expecting my nephew today. I've read so many. I've actually, as far as production specific books go, I don't know. I have a healthy library of harmony books for sure, though, on music theory. But thanks. Thanks. Always good to hear that kind of feedback. All right, so we've got a skeleton. There's a skeleton here. Sound wise, we got some work to do, but we got a cool skeleton. This back and forth thing though, I don't know if that's gonna work unless we have a more extended kind of thing. We could move off and reinforce this a bit more. Okay. That's a chord progression. It's a chord progression. We're progressing. Let's add a spaced out. Let's just see what it has to do for our progression. Let's do a thing. My semester has ended. I feel like a ton of bricks has been lifted off my back, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, things, well, okay, this progression, not so sure about this progression still. We want something that rings out. Let's see the articulator. Okay, I still don't like this progression. We have got to exchange some chords. I think this going back down business is a mistake. I think maybe we should push up. This could come here, this could go here, and that, you know, that might stay where it is. Yeah, I like that more, but we still need to touch some of the other elements. Let me, I want to get the automation clip in this, so let's just mute a couple of these. Here. That's a nice, we could make a lo-fi with that. Maybe we just keep the F minor a rolling. We push this up to an E. Let me get an F7. Options. We got options. Hello, hello. This we could then sort of delay this resolution a bit differently. Oh my gosh, we need to make a crazy big chord right friggin' here. Lose this. Well, okay. I have a vision. There is a vision happening here. We need a low note. We need a friggin' fat low thing. Let's just distort the crap out of this. The kick's totally buried, but we'll fix the kick some other time. Keep our bell sound. Maybe. I need to kind of hear what I'm doing. I think this could be repeated. I don't know if I regret doing this or not, but I think that could probably happen twice. And sound effect things. Let's look at some sound things we could put in here. I meant to talk more about spaced out. I'll probably just do a separate video for that. Hello, hello, hello. Let's add some atmosphere, shall we? We got options. We got lots of options for atmosphere kind of thingies. So let's just dig into some random patch. Perfect. Let's string spelled wrong, and let's keep it kind of interesting, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we'll do a thing with these. Yeah, why not? Just a single note, just a little touch, you know. A little bit here. It's neither here nor there. This too. Let's grab this spaced out. We're gonna just slap this on everything. A clean start might be the way to go. Let's just hit randomize a bunch of times. What do you got? Oh my gosh. It's got the distortion. We might keep that. It adds character when it's spelled wrong. I told that to my 3rd grade teacher. She didn't buy it. Spelling test, I learned early on. It was in 1st grade. The first time I ever took a spelling test, I always practiced by spelling it out loud. So the first spelling test I took, the teacher would be like, spell this word. And so I'd spell it out loud so that everyone could hear it. But I didn't realize that was wrong at the time. I failed nearly every spelling test for a while after that because I wasn't allowed to talk out loud. And that was like how I learned. So I struggled with spelling for like a long time. Kind of a funny thing. So it's kind of strange. So let's go ahead. I like the beginning. I think we should fade this one out or fade it in. Maybe we fade it in. And then we have a different spaced out do a thing. Okay, let's try this. Let's grab another one. We'll keep this one because I like where it starts. It starts in a beautiful place. It's beautiful where it starts. Let's add our chords with the beautiful version. Oh, really? You specialized in spelling like in your mind? That's cool. I definitely learned more ways of leveraging how my brain works as I got older. So thankfully it didn't plague me forever. Does it even... Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. The range looked pretty small. What do we have to work with? That is a few octaves. A tad high for that, though. Let's reinforce the bunch of fifths. Here too, let's copy this to do this a bunch of times. Oh, thank you. Let's copy this a bunch of times. Let's automate this in and automate that out. So this one gets to go down. This one gets to come up. We'll kind of come up right here. So, we'll keep... I don't know why I extended it. Just in case I change my mind later. Totally intentional. So with this, I was thinking we could have another bell sound from that lovely Christmas library Faceplant's got going on right now. It's a free preset pack. Community made. Let's go for one of those. What do we got? Arctic Wind. Dang it. The tags are cool, but I'm always accidentally clicking them. Drives me a little bit crazy sometimes. You got to click over here now because these could be tags and you might accidentally click them, which I'd rather have the tags than not have them, but they get me all the time. Well, this is really cool, but I don't think it'd probably work here. That could be, you can make some really weird drops with that though, for sure. You know what? Let's go for another bell sound. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, I'm writing it on alright, whatever. We could take this, put it on its own thing. Where's my phase plant? Piano roll, please. I meant for this to be quicker. Oh, you know what? A C could be cool. Okay, we need to use that to set up that beautiful sound. We got a D, an F, an A sharp, B flat, D, F, B flat, E. A D, A flat. That's what we're gonna. I mean B flat. D. We're gonna go to another F. A synth software being used. Oh, you've not. Are you new to the land of synth, virtual synthesis? What do I want? F, D is a good one. Oh, D and E. Oh, D and E. Oh my gosh. Forgot I did that. We could do things with that. We could put a D here. Which one's more fundamental? I think the D is. I'm terrible with scales. Yeah. If you play an instrument, you tend to think of in your instrument. We went from a D to an E. That might be kind of weird. Okay. Let's add some stuff to this. I like this bell thing. It's a bit bright all the time. So let's send it through a spaced out. We're gonna do, this is why I like plugins that do this, because you can just hit this button a bunch of times and say, give me something cool. Bit of a weird chord progression. Let's run with it a bit more though. Let's grab a bell sound, the Celeste. Let's layer it up. Copy this, paste this in here. Oh, what's this? What is this? What the heck is going on? Oh, you know, that's probably the problem. A 1 millisecond buffer. Just a sec. I don't think this will screw stuff up. All right, let's find out. That's fixed. Am I still coming through? I got to check my second monitor real quick. Can you still hear me? Is the question. Do. Give me control. Yep. Okay, cool. We are good to go. Nothing broke. We're just going to have some latency. Oh, thank you. I'm happy to share anything I can learn how to do. We're going to add these bell parts in now. They already are kind of blessed because I think I already have 2 spaced outs on it. Yeah, I do. And they're going to go through the same processing. I'm having second thoughts maybe about this right here. Maybe we'll do something more like this. Then I want to make sure I turn this off after in case I want to use the bell sounds later. And this reverb as well, I think I'll have off after that. Okay, this, we're going to make these Ds as I drag the note up. I have mixed feelings about this very last chord. But let's add another bell sound. This one, we'll use mine. I have made some contact instruments. And let's use one of them. The gloves plug. Contact instruments. Composing gloves. And I have some bells that I've made. We could use the music box. I have it here somewhere. Here it is. It's this thing. Sampled. This, you basically, you peel off the top part of this resonating board, and I plucked it with a bunch of stuff and tuned it and made an instrument out of it. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to mess around with that. So let's see. That's the Celeste. And this one will have it go out its own thing. So let's go ahead. Let's turn on all three. Let's just get a mix going. So this, I plugged it with a pencil, with a piece of metal, and with the regular mechanism attached to it already. What? This should be going out. Oh, I need to set that up as well. There we go. Should be in the clear now. Let's lose the regular and the metal. What does the pencil got first? Let's go down. Let's try regular. Sure, why not? Let's grab the same bell line. Again. Which is the offender? What? I swear, will I ever have a stream where I don't have weird audio problems? Alright, let's try that. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna do it again. Did it not close? Where is... No, it should open when I click this. It must have not closed. Yeah, it's right here. What the heck? All right, let's go to some different one. Don't think it matters which. Well, it's got to be something I did on this last channel. Let's see. We'll switch this again. We'll go back. We'll go to 512. So it's, we know it's something to do with... Is it these? Okay. It's not those. Is there something... Yeah. It's a plugin. Some plugin sending something out. All I have loaded too is a bunch of spaced outs. So one of them is the culprit. Oh, you know what? I've got that one that's doing the distortion. It could be that one. That one lives on the harmor over here. Turn these effects off. Do I have to bypass the plugin directly though for this to have an effect? No. What did I do? I angered the contact god. All right, let's set this to port 1. Is that going to fix it? No. I don't see why that would be the problem. All right. Well, we are going to bypass all plugins. Okay. That's a thing. We got a thing working. Now, which one of these pissed it off? Okay, so this one still works. Where's the other ones? Okay, let's turn these on. It's still happy. It's gotta be one of the things on these channels. Aha! It's this thing. This spaced out pisses it off. Why does this one piss it off? I don't know. I'm going to save this real quick because this will be useful for the developer. And we have documented it here on the stream. So this is a broken thing. This is a brand new plug. So every now and then they're going to have sort of weird problems like this. So the bell thing, this made it angry. So I'm just going to leave this here and name it something. Is it shift click? Yeah. Violent, and it can. If that's how you spell any of that. That's what we're going to go with. Is it violet? Violent? Pretty sure that's how you spell violent. I don't know. There's no spell check here to save me. All right. So moving forward, now that we've fixed the problem, we'll add some other verb to it. Let's just add a pro R. Hey, this should be 100% mix. Oh, it's because we didn't turn it back on. There we go. Makes more sense now. We'll make it really far away. The decay rate, that's fine. We'll make it super spacious. And darker. The post EQ on this thing, always in series. It's gonna do what I wanted to do with dark though. Whatever, we're running with that. That's our beautiful reverb sound. Have you noticed that every company on the planet has made a reverb? I'm gonna make a reverb because it's like for a plugin company, it's like a rite of passage. You have to make a reverb. Let's turn all our nifty effects back on. Let's save as, and we're going to save over save time so that broken thing is isolated in time. Now I don't even remember what I was doing before, so let's just hear the beginning. Do we need something here? Yeah, we do. We need a filter on the kick. You guys are so helpful. You give me inspiration. Okay, brief side thing, because I've been banging my head against the wall programming. This is an experiment, not an experiment, just an exercise. You can see I named it this solution, Chapter 11 Experiments. It's just messing with copy constructors and operator overloading. I'm new to these areas of C++, and I was coding something, and I was following along with someone who was using Lambda functions all over the dang place. I was like, what the heck's a Lambda function? And I got sidetracked making this. And so this is just a small exercise. I made a little Dungeons and Dragons simulator. I want to make an acoustic simulation, wave simulation. And I know enough to program stuff that doesn't work. And so I'm just figuring out the details I need to debug. And so I'm actually covering Lambda functions now that I've got this a bit better sorted. But it's exciting. It's an adventure. I try to spend an hour at least a day going over fundamentals and stuff. Programming in KSP is infinitely easier for Contact. Making like an instrument that's just like nested in their thing already is way easier than trying to do everything from scratch. And I know all the math and stuff. It's just it's a matter of the grammar of C++ and understanding what the limits of like computing is. Okay, so we have this high pass filter. See, if it occurs to you twice, you know it's a good idea. So we're going to take this. You know what we could do? We could make a small kick. So we're just going to clone this. This is something I like to do. We're going to copy this, paste it here. Actually, wait, before we paste. Let's just make a new pattern. Small kick pattern. If we were fancy, we'd name it. And we'll just place these down. And then we could just mess with, not the length. What do I want to do? Out. Wow, that doesn't have very much effect. Let's also go into the pre-computed effects. Mess with the pogo. And let's send this to a unique mixer track. Move it over to there. And we'll add the parametric EQ. I thought it was going to look really different. It looks pretty much the same. I like that they didn't make it look crazy different. This spectrogram is weird to see a spectrogram in this thing. We just want like a little high thing. Does that sound different than what it sounded like solo? You hear that? Is it just being masked if I lose this stuff? I guess it's the same. I guess it's just when you throw everything else in. It sounded different. Like really, in a way I didn't think it would sound. Okay, what we're going to do with these is we are going to layer them in. Yeah, it is really hard to tell. We're going to do this, and then we're going to grab these, and we're going to grab the top secret volume knob. Shh, don't tell anyone about this volume knob. It's the one in here. If you automate this one, it'll leave all your other stuff alone. It's beautiful. We're definitely gonna have to touch that chord. I can't leave it alone. Shoot, what was the default value? Let's just copy that. Copy that. Paste it over here. When would I use linear phase mode? There's a reason I think it's not been a thing for so long. A lot of plugins tout it. It can actually be a problem in some cases. Linear phase mode, I guess, is ideal because it's a filter that causes no phase shifts. The thing about the phase shifts in the filters is that's how the filter does its job. I just finished a class on, it's like my first introduction to the filter design in the S domain, which is like analog circuits and stuff. And the phase shift comes along for the ride as a direct result of the topology you use. I didn't get into linear phase stuff in that class though. So it's a little bit beyond my scope, but I could tell you from an audio engineering perspective, it can cause ringing with very transient sounds, pre-ringing specifically. If you ran an impulse through it, you'd actually see a pulse happen before because it shifts things back is what it tries to do. I think we might hear it on the kick. Let's do this one. And let's add another parametric EQ. And where's their linear phase thing? It's like you turn it on as a mode. Let's just cause a versus. So you hear how this one has a whoa, 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 whoa. And then if I turn this off, it's solid, do, 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 do. And that's because they're shifting things around to make it the phase linear. So there's an extreme example. So you see how hard you have to push it though. So arguably things are less touched. But stuff that's extremely transient in nature is more touched by linear phase filters, which is a case where you might want to not use linear phase. But if things are encoded, and when I say encoded, when things are mixed in a bigger mix, the kick drum spikes will be less affected because there's already so much audio going on. So it's not like the filter's seeing a sudden spike. It's just, it is it depends on how you're doing the linear phase. It's a complicated topic because if you were doing something heavy in the low end, then it would matter more with the linear phase. But if you're doing something in the higher end and it's already got a bunch of stuff going on, then linear phase might be a decision that you could consider. It's not something that I'm going to necessarily use. If you look at like any EQ, like there's the Melda production EQ, and they have a, or even, you know what, the Pro Q3 is probably the best for this because they've got a bunch of options. You've got like zero latency, natural phase, and linear phase. And natural phase is what a lot of other companies will call minimum phase. I'm not sure if they did something different. That's why they chose to name it something different. But there's a minimum phase mode is the one that I know Melda, that's what they call it in theirs. But yeah, there's a bunch of things when it comes to it. I am excited for the Maximus. Apparently they overhauled the linear phase. See, the legacy mode. It now says legacy mode. That's new. I haven't experimented with this, but I have a video where I show why this linear phase might be a bad idea. And also when it comes to linear phase, you're going to notice that if you go to something like the Pro, or the, what is it called? It's the Fruity Compressor thingamajigger. Compressor, come on. What is it called? Compressor. Just show me. It's a multiband compressor. I just can't remember the name of it. But it's a, they give you the options in this compressor to make a finite impulse response or infinite impulse response filter. It should be a picture. Unless I removed it. We can really quick. I thought it was called the Fruity Multiband Compressor. That's what I thought it was called. Holy crap, man. Load the list. There we go. Fruity Multiband Compressor. This one. Yeah, I took it off the thing. I just didn't grab it enough. So you get IIR and FIR, which are different impulse responses or types. And this is, depending on the filter design, this is going to have a massive implication on how your stuff sounds. IIR filters are more difficult because they are more prone to what we would call blowing up. They're more, because there's a feedback loop, you could get like, you know, feedback in a way that's not good. An unstable filter. So making a stable IIR filter can be a bit challenging. And then you have a finite impulse response, which is, if I recall correctly, better for processing too, in terms of CPU load. But don't quote me on that. That is something I have not looked at like directly in a while. So, because I've been like all analog recently. So anyways, there's a bunch of things. You could go try out some different phase experiments and just see what the results are. It's an interesting topic. I think it's cool. So, okay, we've got our kick. It's coming in, layering in. I wanted to go the whole way, and let's have it layered down. Or volume mix. That's the spaced out mix level. Where's the volume? This one. Bring this one down a bit. And we'll have the top end come through a bit more. So yeah, pattern 11 all the way through. Pattern 1 will fade in. Why is there so much delay? Feels very sudden. We will deal with this by adding a reversal sound. I actually have a whole bunch of reversal sounds that I made way back when I started the channel, like a million years ago. What are we in, C? They're kind of long. They take forever to audition them that way. Well, let's go ahead. Let's try. And they're also very loud at the peaks. We'll get an impact right there as well. For the impact, we're not going to use We're going to use one of my favorites. It's in Black Octopus Sounds. It's up here. Leviathan. Impacts. You know what? I like the clap more for this one. And we're gonna... I gotta figure out what the heck's wrong with this. Maybe we should have it do one of these. Doesn't this one sound off in a weird way? It sounds off in a weird way. It's the mix. The mix is all the way up. You guys are so good. There we go. That's how it's supposed to be. This automation. Hey, you can combine them now, right? You can do that. Is that a thing now? If I hit Control G, will it do it? Cannot find. How do you merge automation clips? That's like a thing you can do now, right? I swear they made it so you could do that. Did it appear in the other window? Yeah, it did. FL 20.8. Merge automation clips. Okay, wait. I just want to know. Merge automation clips. Is it in here?
Playlist edit menu, merge automation clips.
Do they have a command for that? What does this say? Okay, whatever. We got to select them and then go to that spot. It's in the playlist dropdown. Okay. Well, this is playlist dropdown. Where do they go? Tools? No. No. Where are you at? Where was he at? He went to edit. It's in edit. Do not know the terms. And many things. I have a series called Sound and Synth Basics, which is kind of geared for that. Merge automation clips. Thank you. Oh, it's Control Alt G. Merge similar pattern clips. I've never messed with this. But it doesn't have a control point and both the start and the end of its region have been deselected. Wait. I'm going to select the ones I want. Control Shift G. Oh, that was the wrong one. What was it? Control Alt G. If I hit OK. Still not happy. Okay, so I have to add a point at the end. Oh, well, this kind of takes the magic out of it for me a little bit. Whatever. I'll add a point at the end. Control Alt G. Oh, come on, man. Don't be so mad at me. We'll make this one unique. I don't want to like add points and then have them accidentally shift around other ones. Okay, Control Alt G. Oh, there we go. I wish it would just add a point where the thing was at the end. Maybe in the next update they'll like make it slightly more. Okay, so this should just be a little bit smoother than before. Okay, cool. New workflow thing. like that. I like that low. What is that in? That's in this one. Here, give me that. We're going to use that. I think I want them spaced out like that. Also, it'd be kind of cool to have some just random things going on. Some noise, so to speak. I'm thinking some kind of a drone. Then we go for this drone in D and just tune it down 100. No, 100 cents. We want 200 cents. Okay. You just gotta imagine. You're on a run. You're running. You're looking for a jam thing to happen. This is wherever the jam, whatever it's gonna be, it's gotta happen right there. That's like the I'm going. Okay. Choir. There's one in particular I haven't messed with a whole lot that I think would be kind of cool to check out, and that is this one. Arva. Arva? Whatever. There's a bunch of different ones too in here. Let's see. La. All right. I'm not going to do anything fancy with it. Let's just see what it sounds like out the box. Great. Let's go with that. Do I want to do it right on it? I'll write it on it because it'll be kind of helpful to have the ghost notes. Silence before the drop. Oh, that could be a really good idea. I was thinking of hitting some big chord. I don't know if you guys know Carpenter Brute. I'm getting kind of like maybe a Carpenter Brute sort of a vibe. I don't know. And this is all very loud. I definitely would need to do some mixing on this. It already has some verb on it. We are going to give it its own shebang. It smells like a fire. Let's go. G. I like the upper register what that has. Can it go up to a C? No. That's the maximum. Just a big C minor chord. Did I miss something? No, it's just the way I voiced this. We'll keep that as a G. Okay, we're gonna run with that. Is phase plant my favorite? That is really, really hard to say. I'd probably, I don't know. Harmer's up there, phase plant's up there. Those are kind of my go-tos. I really want to get more and more into Reactor, just because I never really experimented a lot with all those new modules they added, and those looked pretty cool. Some pretty creative stuff in there. And then gonna take that down. I like this silence. I like the silence idea. That was a really good idea. This bit, do we just want to turn it up, or would some sort of compression work? I don't think compression is really that necessary. On this, I do like, let's try this. Might be just a little more noticeable than that one note move. I like this progression. I kind of want to add a few more elements here. 2 hours inside of complete control. Yeah, is a giant wormhole. The do you mean a complete start? Yeah. Complete start. I don't know why I read it as complete control. Yeah, complete start. I wish it had existed when I had started, because my first big purchase besides the DAW on the computer was Complete. And that was quite the investment. At the time, it was almost all the money I had, period. And so getting it, I think I still hold as one of the best decisions I made. I just feel like, okay, I just want to hear what this is going to sound like if we stick an OTT on it. Let's just see. This. Bring the OTT. Maybe actually bring it on. This is the thing with the zap on it. Let's try out some different ones. C, reversal. Is that growl? Shroud organ. No, realize. Yeah, that one might work better. And this day, I speak unto you concerning the events of the recent happening. Spaced out. Don't blow up this time, okay? All right. So if we know if it blows up, it was this one because it works fine with all the others. Maybe a preset. A preset might be the safe way to go. Kind of need to hear it in isolation, huh? No lo-fi stuff. No phaser stuff. It's got to be one of those textures, the intensity. Let's bring that down. Okay, we've got length, and then we've got lush. Trippy. No, I want lush. I'm going to go lush 16%. Oh, lush 100% length. All right. Whatever, we'll go for something like this. Oh, no, we don't want lush. That's the phaser. I'm gonna move more this way. Get more echoes. Lush 101. All right, you know, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. It's kind of nice. It's nice. Okay, the Monarch needs different things happening. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let's add a point here. Control Alt G. Nothing happened. Oh, it's because I'm holding Shift. That is pretty cool. But now there's 2 points every time I merge things. I feel like I'm doing it wrong. Let's lose this, make it a little bit more of a smooth curve. Where did this? It comes in right here. It already sounds like the filter's open. That's the Harmer filter. Where's the Monarch filter? Where the heck did I put that? Reactor filter decay. I'm going to do it this way. thing. Here's the thing. I don't know if we'll get to that today. The sudden tonal aspect of it, I don't know if I want to keep it, because none of this, it's all just C for the most part, except for this stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I'm basically just rewriting the entire automation here. But what if we... What if we did a thing, a creative thing? We got creative. Let's grab a verb. Let's see. Which one? I'm gonna go for the Pro R. Yeah, one of those. And we're gonna make this, do a thing. So we're gonna start at 100. And then we're gonna come down like that. Sound effects included. Hello, welcome. Let's add a filter too. We're gonna grab the Fruity Love filter. We're gonna change it to a high pass. Resonance down. Travis Scott vocal effects. I'm not familiar enough. I'm sure if I heard one, I could probably make something similar. But I can't think of one that I would specifically call that, because I just don't listen to Travis Scott. So I know of Travis Scott, but I listen to other stuff mostly. I don't know. You're talking artists I don't listen to. This is the way we want to think. I actually really like that, even though the chords are basically gone. Oh, cool. Yeah, I could check them out. Typically, if you just show me, I'll have some series of processing ideas come to my head. The choir. There. Choir. Okay, so for our choir, we're going to add... We could do ascend. That might be the easiest, because then we could have it go through all this other stuff that we're already doing with the Fruity Love filter and that. This is an effect I have not grabbed all that often. We're gonna send it to, what channel is this? 29. Harmony number 2. Do we have to sidechain this? To the choir. Will it show up now? Oh, we have to send this to there. That's what we want. But it's going to yell if I do that, because that's going to be a feedback loop. That makes sense. Okay, now go to Harmor 2. Cool. And then... I should have made those things floating windows before. I have so many windows open. Okay. Where's my mixer? Give me my mixer back. Okay, after the send, I want nothing to come through here. So I think that's what we want. Oh, no, this is the volume to the send. This is dry. Beautiful. That's what I wanted. And I think that's all we need to do. So if we switch this to pre-faderless meter, is there a way to do that in FL? I've not had to care about that in a million years. Post pre changes this. Does it change the meter too? No, it doesn't. We'll have to add a wave candy. Add ad-libs? Like, what kind of ad-libs? Just like oohs and ahs? Yeah. It's working like we expect it to. We're good to go. We're good to go. Sick. So it's weird not having an auxiliary channel. You can just aux bus things out. Oh my gosh. Okay, this, we're going to lose this. All right, we might stop here. We'll get right up to this, and then there's just nothing after that. Just a kick drum, a lonesome kick drum. A thing right here. The tonality coming in suddenly, actually, I don't think works as well. I think I should smear it around somehow. That way when it comes in. Let's see if we can smear it a little bit. Right here. The smearing. How do we want to do this? There's actually a specific plugin that I don't have that I think would be very good at this. Might be good at it. Crystallize by, I think that's what it's called. By Sound Toys. I think might be good for something like this. I almost want to extend it too. Make it longer. All right, well, let's go over to where all the madness is happening. I have halftime. Can mess with that. Pro R mix coming down. Maybe we keep it up for longer. Yeah. I'm gonna lose these kicks for now. Well, we need one over there for dramatic effect. So we'll just, do one of those. is there anything else we want to do before I call it? We've done 0 mixing to the kick. 0 mixing at all. Yo, 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 yo. Okay, this right here, I think it would be trippy to automate, where are you, the phase of this. This is a trick I used for low bass sounds on a very old track that I thought had a pretty cool result. I do have a unison on this, right? On the one I'm looking at. Yeah, a small one. It's not doing a whole lot more for me here, though. So what we might try... We could throw a panning device on it. That could be interesting. Also kind of curious what small changes in the detune. Yeah, this isn't the same sound. Where is the sound? Where's the MIDI for this? No, it is the same sound. Just doesn't matter that it's so low. I'm not hearing a difference. It's just too low to matter, I guess. Because we're moving it up and then we hit the filter really hard. So that makes sense. That's really strange. Reset. Go back to 2. Alright, we're gonna just do some resonance stuff. I think that will be cool. Let's not do it in the filter though. Let's just have a parametric EQ do it for us. We're just gonna have some outrageously high bass parts for a little bit. Oh, dude, sick. Good to hear. Yeah, MIDI keyboard is it feels very liberating to be able to mess around with a keyboard when you do stuff. Hey, hey, hey. We're peaking so hard. It's awesome. Let's just create some more. We're just going to make some crazy dang box. Then we'll follow it up with a gain stage of a fruity balance. Much thanks. And then what we're going to do is during this small segment, we're going to mix these both in and out together. That way other parts are not as affected by what's going on. We'll have this mix out a little bit faster and this mix out a bit longer. That's where we're gonna stop. All right, so I think that's all I'm gonna touch for now. I'm happy with where it's gone. This crazy massive sound plus this thing right here is like super interesting. It's combined in a way I just didn't really think it would. So very cool. Thanks for tuning in. DistroKid. Yeah, I actually use DistroKid, so I would recommend them. I have friends who have had bad experiences with them though. I think they're kind of anomalies. I don't know. They're very cost effective. So if you want your stuff on platforms and you don't want to pay a ton to do that, I think DistroKid's a good way to do it. It's $20 a year essentially is how I look at it. As soon as you stop paying, your music pretty much comes down. They have some way to pay to keep it up for longer, but I've heard it's written in a way that's kind of a gotcha, so I just be careful on that. Yeah, I should be on Amazon Music. I've not checked, but technically I should be up there. All right, so I'm going to give this one more playthrough, and then we're just going to call it for there. I'm really happy with where this is at right now. Definitely some room to clean things up. I think that going through on a mixing adventure and just getting things to sit right with each other would be sort of the next step to making this as clean as possible. But we're now in a spot where we could look at what happens next. Yeah, you bet. No, it should be underneath composing gloves. Making music, I don't know, like a bunch of years. Well over 10. Somewhere around there. Some of it, there's been gaps. There were 2 years where I didn't really make any music. And then some of that was being in bands and performing and playing classical music. And then there was this whole phase where I went through piano lessons and got really into that and harmony and composing. And then production came like after several musical stages I had already gone through. So it's been a while. The end. Thanks for tuning in, you guys, and just having a good conversation and watching some production. It's always a good time. And have a blessed day.